The Memphis restaurant scene lost one of its biggest champions this week when restaurant owner Tomm Peters died from kidney failure and COVID complications at the age of 66. The food and dining editor for the Daily Memphian, Jennifer Biggs, knew Peters well and joins us now from her kitchen in East Memphis. Jennifer, Peters is being credited with taking the Memphis brand, so to speak, well beyond the city limits. And friends who knew him best are telling you what pains them most is his death was avoidable.
Both true. One of the things that Kevin Kane said to me when I interviewed him, which I thought was just such a wonderful quote about Tomm Peters and about Beale Street, he said that he believes Tommy was the person who turned Beale Street around, and he did it when he took over, or when he put the money out for BB King's. He said that it legitimized Beale Street. It became the home of the blues because the king of the blues had a home there. And Tomm Peters was responsible for getting that. John Elkington worked the deal. Tomm Peters put up the money. BB King, of course, had the talent and the name. But then they took that brand all over the country. There were other Lafayette's and Overton Square, Itabena above BB King. Moondance, most recently, was one of Tommy's restaurants in Germantown. And yes, although Tommy's family doesn't confirm this, and that needs to be said, but his friends have said that he wasn't vaccinated, and that it's such a shame that this didn't have to happen, and that they're very sorry to see him have left so soon. Yeah,
we all are. Moving on to more pleasant topics. Let's talk about some moves with area restaurants. Folks at home may be interested to hear. The first being Baguette. La Baguette is back.
That is so exciting. Of course, it's only been closed for about a month. It was purchased in May by the Tashies. They shut it down, did some renovations, and now it's open again. All the people are back. There are people back in that kitchen, Richard, who have been doing the same thing for almost 40 years. I mean, they know what they're doing. Yesterday when I was in, there's cakes being baked back here. The bread happens overnight. It had already come and gone. The bread was out there, but it had been baked. And the pedophores. I mean, everybody loves the pedophores. And she told me how she does it. I wrote about it. You can read about it in the Daily Memphian today. Of course, you can pick them up at La Baguette along with all your other favorite pastries.
I only have about 30 seconds left, but I got to ask you about Molly's, because good Mexican food can be hard to find sometimes in Memphis, which is why Molly's La Casita in Midtown has been around for so long. And we learned this week it got sold.
It did. 46 years that it first opened in 1974. Molly Gonzalez opened a tiny little shop. Robert Chapman bought it, put Molly in as a chef over on Madison, and he died. His wife sold it this week to some regulars. So some folks who come in there have bought it. They're going to keep the same recipes. They're going to keep Molly's going as it is now. They want to bring it back, more hours, more staff, and get it back kind of a pre-COVID Molly's is what they're looking at.
All right, and great margaritas too, I might add. To read more about Molly's, La Baguette, and legendary restaurateur Tomm Peters, you'll find Jennifer's stories on all three by heading over to thedailymemphian.com. Jennifer Biggs is the food and dining editor over there. Thanks so much for being with us, and we'll see you next time, okay?
Thanks, Richard.